Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. In this video I want to give you a quick summary of the US Senate hearing into cryptocurrency that took place last night. Now in the eyes of the cryptocurrency community, a hero was born. So all over social media today you're going to be reading quotes and memes about Chris Giancarlo. So he's the CFTC chairman and one of two men that testified on Capitol Hill, the other being Jay Clayton. So he's the SEC chairman and he certainly took more of an authoritarian approach, particularly towards ICOs. The fact that literally no ICOs are registered as securities in the US. Now they did speak about whose jurisdiction this even falls under, and we've spoken about that in the channel. You can make rules, but it's one thing to create them, and it's another thing to enforce them. And the internet's a big place these days. There's ways around everything, and they were certainly aware of that as well, that this is going to take global cooperation to really put in any guidelines and frameworks and really enforce them. So the other thing that was great to see from some senators was some pushback about why you're focusing so much energy on cryptocurrency when there's so much wrongdoing still taking place in traditional markets. Every day we see banks getting fined. They get slaps on the wrist and the cycle continues. So it's great to see them being told, this is a fantastic innovation. Let's not focus too much energy on trying to get in the way of this, okay? Your job is on those traditional markets to a certain degree as well. So regulators understood this innovation and technology to some degree, which is good to see, and they know that growth and evolution is taking place, but they want to protect those investors and consumers at the same time, and that's what they're saying. That's your job, okay? It's not to get in the way of this innovation and slow it down. Chris himself spoke about his family members that are really taking an interest and a passion in this, and he just couldn't get them interested in traditional markets, and he knows that that's taking place in an entire generation of people that are demographic that are into this cryptocurrency movement. So it's great to hear that. The other thing they spoke about was the difference between, if we are going to regulate, securities versus tokens versus currencies. This distributed ledger technology comes in many, shapes and sizes. It's got enormous potential though, and the overarching message was, a do no harm, hands-off approach. Let's let this innovation flourish, and let's just make sure that, the ICO space is safer and we're protecting our consumers and citizens, but we really want to let this go. We want to let this see where it goes, okay? So that was fantastic to hear, and a lot more lenient than what people were expecting, I would say, as well. So the other thing they threw around was a few numbers, and 20 trillion by 2020 was something that one of the senators threw around. So we've done a video on the channel called Can Bitcoin Go to $1 Million? We spoke about realistic market caps, and they mentioned the market cap of McDonald's being similar to Bitcoin, and the fact that that's only one US listed company. They threw around the market cap of gold and total money supply being well up in the trillions, and that's certainly a possibility for what cryptocurrencies can grow to. And it was just, almost couldn't believe what I was hearing, to hear people of this high stature, white collar backgrounds, to be speaking about this and acknowledging it, that this is a real possibility and that these cryptocurrencies are here to stay. It's not a bubble that's popped like you're hearing from some of the mainstream pundits. So overall, guys, I can't believe, we couldn't have hoped for much of a more positive approach, and I mean that realistically, guys. So plenty of positives to take out of this. Price action certainly reflects that. We've got a big relief rally. I spoke about that in yesterday's video. I thought this was coming. Now we're waiting to see how much of a pullback we get to form a higher low. I can only tell you what I'm doing personally, guys, and I've outlaid all my funds for the correction. I do not think that we're going lower. So please hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, share these videos around, and as always, thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheers.